Pick 3 cards and we'll make a deck with 10 copies of each card. That's really cool. I think this is going to be an excellent Brawl. Similar to the top 2 Brawl, there's going to be a meta that develops, and then there will be a best deck, but you'd have to create some spreadsheets and actually know what beat which first. Fire War Axe, Flare, Thunderstorm, or Lightning Storm deck seems pretty good. Here's just some ideas out there. Arcane Missiles, Mirror Image, Mana Worm. Prince Malchezaar gives you 30 extra legendaries, or is it 50? It gives you a lot of legendaries. Malchezaar's Imp, Succubus, and Silverware Golem. It's pretty good. Malchezaar's Imp, Soulfire, Fist of Jaraxxus. You have the good old classic of Mech Warper, Metal Tooth Leaper, Gorilla Bot. You've got the Ice Block decks. And now that you have another deck slot, you can actually do something else. Although now you only have 10 Ice Blocks. Barnes Yasharaj Innervate's pretty cool. But let's do something a little bit crazy. Because people like the crazy. I had the benefit of hearing out a cool idea while I was playing World of Warcraft earlier. Which is Circle of Healing. Embrace the Shadow. An Arcane Giant. Pretty much counters any deck that runs mass minions. And then it plays Arcane Giants. We'll see how it goes.
Victory or death!
The light shall bring victory.
So I think in the early game, all you want is Embrace the Shadow and Circle of Healing. And then later on, you'll just play some giants. It's probably good against at least some meta decks. Like, it's actually good against the mech deck.
Armor made to fit.
If he's playing a mass armor gain deck, my deck will actually crush it. Man, top 3 has a much harder to predict meta than top 2.
Armor made to fit.
It also has the element of surprise going for it, since you don't actually play anything for a while. So if he's doing an Armorsmith Whirlwind deck, I win all the time, but I wonder what the 3rd card is. Maybe Execute? Since there's no pressure, I'm happy with like seeing how this pans out a bit first. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unfortunately, I have to cast a spell now. Maybe I'm just gonna toss the coin out. But then I'll have the same problem next turn. Alright, so I'll Embrace Circle. I needed to actually heal myself first. Oh well. And we got plenty to go. I only know one of his cards so far. I'm pretty sure I can discern that another one of his cards is Whirlwind. So anyways, coin Arcane Giant, let's see how he deals with it. In theory, every single Arcane Giant, if he's running Armorsmith, Whirlwind, Execute, has to be answered with 2 cards, so I'll eventually have the better of him, I think. Kind of like this deck idea because it really punishes aggressive decks. And it has like a way to win, which is pretty durable. So every single threat I play has to be answered by 2 of his cards. It's gonna make it pretty tough for him. He only has 10 executes in the deck. I do have to counter Armorsmith because Armorsmith hitting me would then allow execute as well. I have to make it so that he always has to play exactly those 2 cards and he'll run out of steam eventually, I think. Now the tough part is, how am I going to deal with armor smith here. Wait, maybe what I needed to do... No, I can't just hoard arcane giants either. No, then one whirlwind would activate multiple execute. I actually think he has one of the few decks that beats mine. Well, I mean, I can't even say one of the few decks. His deck will beat mine. Unless he doesn't draw executes. I'm getting kind of unlucky though, right? What's been my distribution of cards drawn? I've had 3 arcane giants. And like 7 circle of healings and like 7 embrace the shadows. Never lucky. All I have to do is get 1 arcane giant through. This is actually going to be kind of... This is kind of interesting.
Armor made to fit. Armor made to fit. Armor made to fit. Armor made to fit.
Look, he only has 2 cards left. It doesn't matter how much armor he has. Arcane giants hit for a lot. Certainly if I got luckier in drawing arcane giants, I'd be doing better. This is definitely not a 100% win for either side all the time. It just depends on who draws arcane giants versus executes quicker. Although one could argue that it'll always go down to fatigue, in which case the executes will be drawn in time. But no, they wouldn't. It wouldn't always be that way. Also possibly mulligan poorly. No, I couldn't have possibly known he was going to have that deck, so I needed the embrace and circle for certain. Well, maybe Embrace, Circle, Arcane Giant was the best hand then. I have to think about, if he plays Armor Smith, I think the right play is to hit the Armor Smith and then heal the Giant. Yeah, that way, in order to trigger Execute, he has to play exactly Whirlwind. Alright, it's starting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, if he had ever burned an execute, if he had ever burned a whirlwind, I would have won. Because I could have rigged it so that he could only ever damage my giants with whirlwind. I do actually have to risk this. Now he can kill 2 giants with 1 whirlwind, but it didn't matter because he's never wasted a whirlwind. So if he gets 1 whirlwind ahead with whirlwind execute, then fine, he wins. So my best chance of winning is if he doesn't have 2 executes in his hand.
Armor made to fit. Armor made to fit. Armor made to fit.
Oh, he burned a whirlwind, however, I had 2 giants in play. Maybe he realized that he can burn 1 whirlwind for each giant I have. Do I have a chance here? He didn't kill this. Oh, maybe he just messed up. He's now down a whirlwind. However, this is a wounded guy. However, if he doesn't draw and execute, I can eventually heal this guy back up. Actually, I misplayed. No, I didn't misplay. I was like, I can just Circle of Healing afterwards, but no, I can't. But if he doesn't have the execute here, I can Circle of Healing, which will mean he's down a whirlwind for my giant. It all comes down to whether or not he has an execute here. Otherwise, I think I win. Oh, I win! All I have to do now is make sure that I never play 2 arcane giants at the same time. Look at the skill involved in this brawl. Incredible. He can only activate his executes with either Whirlwind or Armor Smith, but he can't play Armor Smith because I can just hit the Armor Smith and then heal my giant. So all I have to do is keep hitting him every single turn now, and I'm going to win. He just turned an unlosable matchup into an always lose matchup. Probably because he didn't think it through. Brilliant. But I also have to play perfectly. I cannot play an extra arcane giant, otherwise he just whirlwinds and then wounds both arcane giants. And so, this chess match draws to a conclusion.
I'm out of cards.
Uh-oh, warrior. You only have a whirlwind and 2 executes left. How are you going to execute the last arcane giant? Oh no! Ruined.
Well played.
Checkmate. Womp womp womp. I am a strategic genius!
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
I think you keep with the hopes of drawing barns. Oh, the dream. Oops!
A natural mistake.
Oh well, it's still a good play, right?
On with the show, the show, the show, the show. For the wild. Spectacular.
Oh my gosh, he's a Phraseog deck. Well, that deck is bad, but it is hilarious. So after doing the Astral Communion, he still only has like a 1 in 3 chance of drawing Yogg each time.
Nature will rise
Oh,
against
congrats.
a natural spectacular.
Tonight, a tale of the show. Tragic. On with the show.
The cool thing is his deck actually, I mean, as bad as it does not have a 0% win rate against any deck, I think.
Spectacular.
Womp womp.
Spectacular. Spectacular.
And Astral Communion and Wild Growth both give 2 spells apiece. Power up that Yogg. Yeah, we'll go ahead and try all these. There's a lot of interesting ones. Let's see, what do we have? Malchazar's Imp, a discard card. I think better than... I believe the Silverware Golem is better than Fist of Duraxis. We'll try one with Golem and one with Fist.
Your soul shall be mine. I am your nightmare.
That seems pretty good, right? Are most Warlock decks playing the Imp deck?
You are not the boss of me.
Yes. I think I have to kill that. Now the question is, do I play an Imp before killing it? I think no, to ensure that I can play 2 Imps and then a Soulfire.
You are not the boss of me.
Wow. That's pretty good.
This time. Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
Pretty sure you don't get started until you actually have Imps. Unless you need to Soulfire. Maybe I'll just play Silverware Golem out. It's an interesting play. Shield block. It's good enough for now. Oh, a bolster deck. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Did we lose? Not necessarily.
You are not the boss of me. You are not the boss of me.
That deck is like a one-shot deck, though. So once this stuff is dealt with, it's over. Though I'm running low on Soulfires, I imagine. Come on, top deck Soulfire! Need that Soulfire. Oh.
Well,
Never lucky? Not sure.
you win this time. Your soul shall be mine. I am your nightmare.
You are not the boss of me.
Pretty sure just Soulfire is the right answer to that without developing your own Imp gang. Or without developing Imp so that you can have two Imps. I'm not actually certain. I think it's all about board controlling the Imps. I think I tap here. I think it's better to be the person reacting rather than the one like being the starter. Alright. I think we start going for it here.
You are not the boss of me. The boss of me.
I probably should throw the coin. Yeah. Playing good card. Not the second imp. Probably. Oh, never lucky. Okay. Oh, never lucky. Oops.
You are not the boss of me.
Uh-oh. I think I actually lose this one due to being unlucky. Oh my gosh.
You are not the boss of me.
That was a mistake. You win this.
Although it's possible that there's a better way to play it, like Imp, Soulfire. But no, I think it's better to do it this way. I mean, if my discards had actually ended up... whatever. Let's see. I actually think ice block decks aren't that good because you only have 10 ice blocks. I mean, how are you going to kill your opponent that fast? Well, let's do a classically good one. The classic. This deck should be like the rock deck, which is to say, like, it's the deck to beat to start with. And of course, there are going to be plenty of decks that can beat this deck. I think that deck loses to this deck. Especially if he's going to, like, start milling that early. Well... it naturalizes too, right? I don't think you can keep up with... oh, but I didn't get lucky. I didn't draw the... no Mech Warper number. Oh, crap! I messed... no, I didn't mess up. I kind of messed up. No, I had to play that. Oh, never lucky. Didn't draw the mech warpers. Oh.
My hand is too
I think with this hand, if I had... I actually just got never lucky here. Because without another mech warper, I can't... Wait, actually... I shouldn't have played mech warper. I messed up.
My hand is too full.
Oh, I'm actually locked out now because my hand has no mech warpers in it.
I hit the mark.
Well played. I must protect the wild.
Let the hunt begin.
Ah, that's more like it. Yeah, I actually lost a matchup that's almost unlosable. Against the Cold Light naturalized deck, since they can't naturalize your stuff fast enough in theory.
Greetings, traveler.
Alright, the rematch. This deck's definitely a main deck, though. Can be good against quite a few.
Hand is too full.
But I think this hand will win. I'm pretty sure this hand wins.
Too full.
Powering up. Portals online. Powering up. Powering up online.
I want to keep those mech warpers. I think I go metal tooth, metal tooth, metal tooth, and I save the other mech warpers. Yeah, that's probably correct. I probably should have played one more mech warper. No, I can go phase 2 then. It probably is good either way. You save once, so you can go off again if he somehow clears a bunch of stuff. With like innervate, naturalize, etc. Oh, I'm actually one out. No, I'm not. No, the mech thingy. 8, 16, 24. Oh, that's good enough.